All right, guys, this should be something a lot of fun to watch. This is from Tap Out Corner, another excellent channel for wrestling videos. Make sure and check them out. It's 20 funny times WWE wrestlers broke the fourth wall. I can think of a few times right off the top of my head over the years I've seen that. This should be pretty good.
Whenever a wrestler is doing an interview backstage, there's one thing you'll never...
Talking is hard sometimes. Just wanted you guys to understand.
Whenever a wrestler is doing an interview backstage, there's one thing you'll never see, and that's the interviewer's feet. There's a good explanation, and
I don't think I knew that. Huh. That's fascinating. You know, there's a... Well, of course, I spent my whole career in the Indies. We didn't get a lot of TV.
Why don't you wear shoes when you do these?
I don't have an answer for that.
John Cena...
That's pretty cool. I never knew that. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. Good to know. My feet are nasty. I can't do any interviews.
Cena breaks the fourth wall.
I broke my right big toe off many years ago. Whole different story.
Like nobody else, as you will see throughout this video. When the leader of the C Nation returned in 2023, he got a visit from Austin Theory. Cena roasted the United States champion so hard that he broke the fourth wall.
I do remember him roasting him. That was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that.
What? I'm not going anywhere, just like that bald spot on your head ain't going anywhere. I would so much rather be bald than have them pipe in fake crowd noise for my matches because nobody cares.
In case you're wondering, yes, WWE actually does play crowd sound effects during matches.
That's a pretty good one, John. I had an incident with balding where dude I was in there with, he told me later, Curtis, you almost made me cry. He was very sensitive about it.
One thing that every wrestling fan knows is that in WWE, there are cameras everywhere. Sometimes
wow,
there's a logical explanation
that's good
why
stuff.
A camera catches a backstage instant, like when a wrestler is getting interviewed. However, most of the time, wrestlers and fans are supposed to pretend like there isn't a camera following the wrestlers around. However, during Dean Ambrose's phase as an interviewer, he made a funny joke.
That's gotta be... Ambrose is a lot funnier, Moxley, whatever you want to call him, a lot funnier guy than I think he gets credit for. He's entertaining.
About this weird part of WWE.
This wasn't scheduled. No one told me about this.
Well, there's cameras in here. It'd be kind of weird if there were cameras in the locker room if we didn't have an interview.
Yeah.
That's good. He delivered that well. And he's making some real sense. It'd be kind of weird, bro.
It would be weird if there were cameras in the locker room.
Aww. We really had to insert a shot over there when we're talking about camera. Okay.
On SmackDown in 2022.
Well played, Tap Out Corner. Well played.
A six-pack challenge was set up with the winner facing the SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey, at Money in the Bank.
Alrighty.
Aaliyah was one of the participants, but she didn't come out when her music played. As it turned out, Shotzi had locked Aaliyah in the locker room, as well as someone else.
Shotzi locks Aaliyah and a camera operator in the women's locker room. She's unbelievable.
The biggest...
We got to have the camera operator in there. What's the fun of... Doing the prank, locking her in
WWE history is who threw the pie at Kevin Owens.
Oh, we were just talking about this one the other day. How that
WWE.
That's a pretty strong departure from the norm. You know, taking that shot from Owens's POV.
Later did an interview with KO, and while Owens didn't have an answer, he still managed to break the fourth wall.
WWE had this amazing technology on Monday night where
we could see
you guys could actually see
his own
through
eyes.
my eyes what was happening, so everybody knows that when
well
I turned,
played,
all I saw was a pie
Good
coming
job.
at me. Don't you remember that? When you saw through my eyes?
That's good. He's all right. I told you, I got to meet Kevin Owens once at Disney World of all places. Good dude. Really good dude.
Well, Raw of 2010, Cena kicked off the show. This is nothing new, and John Cena actually pointed this out.
Yeah, you guys ever notice that every time somebody comes down that ramp from Monday Night Raw, they just get a microphone and talk about what happened last week? You know what? Tonight, I am going to do the exact same
thing.
I'm a little bit upset about what happened last week.
Oh,
that's good. I love stuff like that. This stuff makes me miss the business. I love being on the mic. You couldn't do something like that in the Indies because people weren't following you the prior week. But boy, I had a lot of fun on the mic.
Come on, Cena. I think that's only happened on every single
time.
episode of Raw ever. Here's one thing that doesn't make any sense. When a champion issues an open challenge, why does only one wrestler answer? It's a free championship match, so wouldn't every wrestler want to accept
That's an interesting question.
In 2023, we finally saw what goes on backstage when an open challenge is issued.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
On NXT, the North American champion, Wes Lee, had issued an open challenge. The cameras went backstage.
That's
to
a
reveal
good
ton of
idea.
wrestlers
That's a good
scrambling
angle.
to try and be the first person in the ring. So that's what was really going on when John Cena had his weekly open challenge in 2015.
Come on, you guys, that's solid. That I like that WWE went that route, or NXT, whoever, with actually showing them battling each other to get down there. That makes sense that way.
SmackDown
like that.
was on a Tuesday. Yes, before the Blue Show aired live on Friday nights, SmackDown used to be filmed on Tuesdays and would air a few days later. For example, when Dean Ambrose kicked off the June 11th, 2015 episode of SmackDown, it was broadcast on a Thursday. However, it was all filmed on Tuesday. Ambrose had Seth Rollins' WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but Rollins came out to reclaim his title. Dean then revealed it was a replica he bought at the merch table, and then said this.
Truth be told, I don't remember exactly where I left the real championship. The last few days have been a bit of a blur, and they all rolled into one. I mean, it still feels like it's Tuesday to me today.
I get
that a boy, Dean. That's good stuff. I did not know about these, and I love stuff like this.
It's always cool when from out of nowhere a wrestler's theme song starts playing and they run into the ring to make a big save. However, it was never explained how the WWE production crew is able to hit the music right before the wrestler runs out. Well,
it's magic. You don't question magic.
In 2016, we finally found out how they do it. Seth Rollins is looking for his SummerSlam opponent, Finn Balor. The Raw general manager, Mick Foley, suggested Seth try calling out Finn from the ring. Seth agreed and headed out to the arena. Someone had to tell the production crew to play Seth's music, and this happened.
Oh boy.
This is Raw general manager, Mick Foley. Will you hit Seth Rollins' music, please?
It's not uncommon for a manager or someone else to get banned
That's
from
good
ringside
stuff.
as part of a WWE storyline.
I like
However,
these.
the person who gets banned always seems to still show up and interfere in the match. Well, finally, SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan decided to address
we do that in the
this.
Indies a lot too.
Okay. Every time we ban somebody from ringside or we ban somebody from the arena, they always show up.
They show up, yeah.
Can we not afford good security?
There needs to be
We
some
are a
other
billion-dollar
steps.
company. For example, a fan who doesn't have a ticket
Yeah.
can't get in.
But look, I mean, when your face is kind of your security badge to get into the building,
That's-
even when you're James Ellsworth,
that's a solid
you're gonna get
question
in.
there.
Maybe all the security's just not being
Bryan
alerted to
Danielson?
this.
I don't know. I think we do a fairly good job of alerting people. Either that or we need better alerters. We need better alerters and we need better security.
More
We need better alerters. If there was ever a time you needed to invent a word, that was it. That was good.
alerters. We've
More
got to get on
alerters.
this. But either
If you
way,
see something, say something.
Here's how you win the Royal Rumble. Don't get
Well
eliminated and try to eliminate as many other competitors as possible. It would
Okay.
make sense then, if you
I
see
get that
one wrestler
concept.
trying to eliminate another, that you should work together and get that person eliminated. to
Well,
better your
I think we've
cause
all
of winning.
noticed this one.
Despite this, in every single Rumble match, wrestlers will save someone from being eliminated by attacking the person who is doing the elimination.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But
We've all-
fans
I
suspend
think
their
we've all
disbelief. However,
Taking notice of the counterproductive nature of doing just that.
Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
commentator Corey Graves finally snapped.
Oh, he said something about
For a
it?
second. What we just saw happens in every Rumble match, and it drives me up a wall. If somebody's in the process of getting eliminated, why would you go and try to eliminate the person who's trying to eliminate the other person?
Well, because
it's stupid.
Well, you're trying to.
Because it's stupid. All right, that's pretty,
No,
that's
it's about
good.
WrestleMania.
After turning face in
So they'll
2003 and becoming
that's
a good
cool
guy,
that they
fans have been demanding
turn the
that John
moves to
Cena
do
turn
stuff like
heel
that
and
too.
become a villain again.
That's pretty
Well,
good.
The night after WrestleMania 29, Cena gave the people what they wanted, literally.
No, I got it. How about a little heel turn?
That's the closest we ever got to seeing John Cena turn heel again.
Oh, a little heel turn. You guys know I like terrible puns. That was awful, John.
The Undertaker normally wasn't one to
Congratulations,
break the
I'm a
fourth
fan.
wall, given his character, but he did do it once. During a backstage interview, the dead man said this.
Well, listen to this, Rock. I want you to get your TV writers that write all your comedy stick for you and get them to write you a eulogy.
Undertaker was
Wow.
not lying. The
That's
Rock,
pretty good.
like all WWE wrestlers, had writers come up with the stuff he
That's
said
good.
on the mic. Here's a little WWE secret. Whenever they need people to play security guards, medical staff,
See that out. Man, that would be tough for me. I that was one of my favorite things in the business. Well, of course, I spent years doing stand up and stuff like that. I'm used to writing material. I'm used to being in front of a live audience. I wouldn't want to write. I wouldn't want to do somebody else's words
or stuff like that. WWE usually gets local wrestlers who haven't been on TV to play those parts. You'll even sometimes see the same person.
I've had a bunch of friends do that.
Roles. On Raw in 2014, Dean Ambrose got confronted by a group of security guards and made this comment.
I don't know though. Are you guys real security? Because I could have sworn you were rosebuds last week.
The contract signing is one of the most iconic WWE moments.
Ambrose slipped by me with a lot of this stuff. Again, I'd come to appreciate that he can be funny. I didn't realize he had that many great spots.
To any match, which is why we've seen it so many times. Of course, since it is wrestling, it's tradition that the two wrestlers end their contract signing by fighting. In 2011, John Cena and CM Punk were doing a contract signing for their match at SummerSlam, and the best in the world made this comment.
I mean, when's the last time we had one of these contract signings that didn't end in some sort of horrible physical calamity? We can flip the table over and we can all start beating each other up.
I'm happy to...
Okay, you guys know I'm not the biggest Punk fan around. That's good. That's good stuff, Punk. Yeah, I like that.
Say the table did eventually get flipped over. Years later, we got another contract signing, this time between Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. All of a sudden, Ambrose got up and started moving the table and said this.
We all know how this is going to end anyway. I call dibs on the table.
In November 2006,
that's good. Guys, being back, I want to be back in the ring so bad.
Raw started with Ric Flair, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels taking on all 5 members of the Spirit Squad.
Despite
the disadvantage, the Game, HBK, and the Nature Boy were able to defeat the group of male cheerleaders. Afterward, Triple H and Michaels threw the Spirit Squad into a box that was being sent to OVW in Louisville, Kentucky. OVW stood for Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yeah, that was their
development
minor
system
leagues
at that time.
Yeah.
In real life, all the Spirit Squad members were going back to OVW for more training. So seeing Triple H and HBK do this was very meta. Okay, this fourth wall.
I do remember that one. That was cool.
But it's too funny.
I remember really enjoying that at the time.
For a little while, whenever they showed a backstage segment on Impact, it was always filmed like the cameraman was hiding. That explained why wrestlers would talk openly because they didn't think anyone was there. Well, except for one incident.
It's 2 of us against 1 of you. You know what? The only witnesses is the cameraman. And I know I could kick his ass. ODB?
That's pretty good.
Dean Ambrose was sitting in the ring when Kevin Owens interrupted.
Recognize him?
KO tried to pull a fast one on Dean, but in the lead up to their match at No Mercy, John Cena and Roman Reigns
you know what?
fast one on Dean. But in the lead up to their
typically
match at
what
No
happens
Mercy,
there,
John Cena
what you
and
just saw there, is WWE probably cleaned part of that. And because I've had to do the same thing, you'll see it in my videos as well. And you can go in and just have the system eliminate the part they have an issue with.
When Reigns
It's called a promo, kid.
Shut your
and
mouth,
if you want
John.
to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
Just like other people on TV,
he was right at the
WWE
time
wrestlers
Roman
will
was
sometimes write
rough.
notes on their wrists so they remember what to say. When The Rock returned to WWE in 2012, he spent a lot of time talking in the ring, usually about his WrestleMania opponent, John Cena. During one episode of Raw, the camera caught notes written on the Great One's arm. John Cena later came out to confront The Rock. Cena said some pretty standard things about his opponent, but then he added this.
I don't need words like respect and loyalty to trend worldwide, just like I don't need my notes for my promo on my wrist.
Some people...
Oh, that's pretty good. That would be the thing for me now in the business after, with the post-concussion and everything, and the memory issues. I might be writing shit on myself, so I won't laugh too hard at Rock.
Say that The Rock writing notes on his wrist was fake, and it was just to give John Cena something to roast The Rock with. However, that does not explain why Stephanie McMahon did the same thing. Find out what I'm talking about by hitting the video on screen.
Nice. That was good. Like I said, I like this Tap Out Corner. I like their videos. That was a lot of fun. We'll have to watch and comment on some more of this.